What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us as the Turner Fan 77 and the 4K Lowdown present our Sesame Street Top 10. This is episode 15 of our top 10. And as we do in Sesame Street, we pick a random letter, and that letter is O. So this is our top 10 movies beginning with the letter O. I am your host, David, aka the 4K Lowdown, and my co-host is
Rich, aka Turner Fan 77. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Starting off the week better than I did last week, so
That's good.
We're in good shape.
Yeah, that's good. I got now I got a call from my insurance company today about the accident, and and oddly enough, they were like, okay, glad everything's okay, blah blah blah, get me into the body shop, all that kind of stuff. And then they're like, oh, by the way, because I had both grandkids in the car with me when it happened, both car seats have to be replaced.
Oh yeah.
And I was just barely a nudge and nothing happened and the car seats weren't damaged. Doesn't matter. But my insurance is going to buy new car seats for both my grandkids. Yeah. So I was like, wow, that was kind of cool. So we got Evan jumped on first.
What's up, Evan?
He wants a cookie. You can absolutely have a cookie, brother, but the problem is I'm going to bake them. So you probably don't want to eat it.
And I'll buy it from the store.
Yeah. You might as well do that.
Yeah.
And then we got Corey. What's up, Corey?
Thank you so much for
joining us. But yeah, so this was an interesting group. Now,
it really was.
There were other movies that start with O that we could have picked, but remember our rules. So for those of you that don't know our rules for our top 10, it is number one, we have to own the movie, and the other person has to be able to access it without paying extra money.
Yep.
So either on digital or have their own copy or something like that.
Yeah.
The other thing is we can't have already reviewed that movie. So all the other, these great movies that started with O that we've already done before are kind of out the window. So if you guys
keeps it fresh too.
Yeah.
It keeps it from getting stale.
Exactly. It keeps us from doing the same movies over and over. And anybody can do that. I don't and I don't have a problem with it, but if we're going to sit there and review the same movie that starts with O over and over again, then
no pun intended.
Yeah, there's no pun. There's no pun. There's no point. If you're. But yeah, Evan says, "Yep, car seat have to replace after any accident. Police station can hook you up if you need them right away." I appreciate that, brother. And fortunately, I have an extra car seat for these were the spare car seats because I had both grandkids. So we don't need to use those. I have an extra car seat for Piper. And of course, my son and daughter-in-law have an extra car seat for Desmond. So everybody's cool for right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to get reimbursement checks and all that kind of stuff. And that was something I didn't realize is that regardless of the accident, no matter how bad it is, all car seats have to be replaced. So that was an interesting thing that I did not know. And I really thought my son would have blown a gasket because I was like, we had an accident and your son was in the car. And he was like, what? And I was like, everybody's okay except for the deer. Just jumped out in front of me.
California's got small deer, don't they?
Yeah, I mean we don't have elk or anything, but there's a lot of deer. And this was a juvenile buck. It just barely had its first horns coming up. And it literally there was a knoll right where it just jumped off the knoll and landed in the middle of the street and then right in front of the car. And I basically just tapped it because I slammed on the brakes. And that was the worst part because the deer didn't die from the impact, and had a friend of mine who was driving the other way, saw it happen. We both took the deer off the road and I stayed with the deer until it passed. And I'm not lying. I prayed over it, and it was, and basically it was like my wife's like, what's your dad doing? And my daughter goes, he's staying with the deer till it dies. It's just the type of person I am. I did that with all my dogs. Yeah, we're up in the hills, so we do have some big ass deer. This one was not very big.
See, our whitetail deer,
Yeah.
are about the size of elk here.
Yeah.
They're gonna get huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, his dad hit a 10-point buck, and that sucker was huge. The car did not win. No, that would have just wrecked the car.
Mhm.
We had just the weirdest thing. We were playing softball, and this huge buck just jumped down into the baseball field, and then turned to run off and ran into the backstop behind, got stuck in the fence and broke its own neck while we were like watching it. And it was like, holy crap. And this thing, it was 150, almost 200 pounds. It was just gigantic deer.
I seen one time come jumping up over, like off of it was like a little overpass, and it came up over, but it was storming, and like an ice storm.
Yeah.
And it slid, like it was like a cartoon. Its legs were going everywhere. And then when it finally got close to the edge, it jumped off the edge, but he wasn't on that. It was like straight up over and onto the highway, and then got hit. Yeah, it was pretty messed up. Deer are nuts.
Deer are nuts. And more people are killed by deer than by bear.
I can see that because of car accidents. Yeah.
Yeah, Evan says the fires have supposedly slowed the growth of bucks because there's not enough resources. Yeah. Also, in part, that's why bears don't hibernate up in this area, is because, number one, it doesn't get cold enough. But number two, there's not enough resources. So they have to come down the hill, and they don't have enough food to satisfy themselves so they can hibernate. So we have a problem with bears all year round because they don't hibernate in the winter.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when that was? I think we were texting back and forth. Why I would never go to California. There's shit there that can eat me and then shit me out. Oh, no.
I do not want to get eaten. I will come to your house and I will sprint
to the door.
To the door. That's what you said. I will sprint from my car to the door. I'll come over and visit, but I am sprinting into your house.
Yeah. That's exactly what I said.
And I'm like, bro, I would pay to see you sprint. That would be great. It'd be like me sprinting. You and I in a race and be like, okay, are we sprinting?
Or we're just walking fast.
Walking fast. I call it wogging because it's kind of a walk jog type of thing. Until my knee gives out, and then it's a limp.
Yeah.
Grown. Then it's like I walk around like I have a flat tire. But
oh, that's awesome. I'm picturing it right now.
Yeah. Oh, it's easy to picture because it happens quite a bit.
No, picture both of us running to the door.
Oh yeah, that's a visual that's hilarious. That's something that should be on social media. If we ever see each other face to face, and I've been like, I was like, it'd be really cool if Rich and I found like a middle point, and we could just meet there, like somewhere in Colorado or something, to where we're just kind of. Oh, hey,
Colorado's got shit that eat you too.
I know Colorado's got shit that eat you. They got Bigfoot.
No, just no.
Yeah. Evan says, I'll take a bear over a tornado any day.
I agree.
I can run away from a bear. You can, but bears are fast. Yeah. I've tried to run away from a bear, and it's like, you're still with me. I don't understand. And I could actually run back then. Now I'm just like, fuck it, eat me. I don't care. I'm not running. You want to come at me, bro.
And this is the National Geographic segment of the top 10.
Welcome to the 4K Lowdown's Wild Kingdom.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting to our top 10 O's. There were some interesting scores.
Mm-hmm.
I got to admit, some I can't say surprises because there were a couple that I hadn't seen.
There's a couple I hadn't seen
that I was excited to check out. Just trip, Rich.
Thanks, Evan.
I don't have to be that fast. I just have to be faster than Rich.
That's right.
But I think we'll see just how fast Rich can go if there's a bear.
Well, let me tell you one more bear story. Well, I went camping. This was when I was younger, when I did outdoorsy things. I went to the Boundary Waters. It's northern Minnesota, right on the Canada border. And it was the wilderness where you had to carry everything in. You couldn't just drive. You had to put on your back, carry your canoe, make a couple trips.
Yeah.
And when you enter the national forest area, it tells you there's bear here. I didn't know that when the dude told me we were going to go camping here. Okay. I didn't piss or shit for like 2 days because you couldn't just, you had to go to certain areas like dig a hole and shit.
You gotta dig a hole and you gotta bury it and you gotta dig it deep. There's a method that you have to follow in order to piss or shit in the woods.
Yeah. And you wouldn't think there would be. But for legit for 2 days, I didn't pee or shit. I was like, nope, I barely ate because I knew if I ate a lot,
you were it was gonna have to come out. So I'm not intaking anything because I don't want anything coming out yet.
Yeah. Oh man, I had fun, but it was the most miserable. I was terrified because you go off.
Okay, Evan.
Oh, thanks, Evan.
I was like, I'm gonna put the kids to bed because you guys are talking all this trash. I'm gonna come back.
Okay, that was my bear story.
Okay, now you got me thinking. I got a bear story.
Okay.
So I went on a 50-mile backpacking trip up into the Kern National Forest. So basically, it's just I drive up the hill from here, and that's the starting point and the end point. And basically, you just backpack all in that back country back there, and it's a 4-day thing. We do 50 miles in 4 days, and I didn't realize. So we had something called a bear canister. And basically what that is, it's a metal cylinder that you have to put your food in when you're backpacking, because it's not like your car camping where you can stuff it in those lockers. You have a canister that you put your food in because the bear will come and take it from your camp. It will come and eat your food and take you doing it. So they put the food in the canister, and we either bury the canister or you put it way up in a tree so the bear can't get to it. Well, I just happened to have a pack of beef jerky still in my backpack that first night that we went camping. And I didn't realize I needed to put it. I was like, it was sealed with the, with the Ziploc. And it was in the backpack, and I had the backpack underneath me that I was using as kind of like a bed pillow type of thing.
Right.
So I'm literally I'm trying to sleep, and I feel someone's breath on me. Like someone breathing on me, right? I open my eyes, there's a bear like right here sniffing at my backpack.
Oh shit, my pants probably had a heart attack.
Oh, turtle poked his head out. I cut it off. So I was like, oh shit. And I popped up really fast and loud and backpack and everything. The bear stood up and then turned around and dipped, went down to the river and took off. And I was like, just yelling and screaming. And the guys that I was backpacking with shit their pants because I screamed.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're like, what the hell? And I'm like, dude, there was a bear. It was like right in my face. And he's like, and and they were like, well, did you have any food in your pack? And I'm like, yeah, I have a pack of beef jerky. And then all of a sudden I was the problem. It was my fault. He goes, you got to put that in the canister. So then after that, all my food went in the canister the whole time.
Oh, man.
This oh shit story brought to you by the letter O.
That's good.
I love it. If you didn't beat me to it, Holland, I would have done that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Speaking of oh shit, let's get to our movies.
Some of them were shit.
Some of them were shit. I mean, I enjoyed all of them.
There's one I did not like.
There were and I think I know which one that is. But there was one that I was mad at you for making me watch. I did like it, but I wasn't happy with having to watch it.
It's a hard movie.
Yeah,
if it's the one. It's the one.
It's a tough watch. I have problems with movies like that.
Well, I get it.
Having been in that situation, so there's certain things where I'm like, okay, I've lived this life. I don't want to see that again.
Right.
But it is a good movie. It's worth a watch. So we'll get to it when we get to it. It did definitely make the top 10. But okay, so let's talk about our lowest scored movie. And I thought somebody chatted, but nobody did. Okay, so our lowest scored movie, coming in at number 12, the first one eliminated from our countdown, is Ong Bak, the Thai Warrior.
Yeah, this was hard. I did not like this. I was like, oh.
And I figured, I saw by the score. Now I like this. I love the martial arts action here. I like the cinematography with this. It's it's a really simple thing. They stole our Ong Bak statue. I'm gonna go get it. If you guys haven't seen it now, there's a trilogy, and I wanted to have you watch the second one because that's my favorite of the trilogy. But without any context, you haven't seen the first one. It's really, the second one's not going to make any sense at all.
Right.
So I had to pick the first one, and I knew you probably weren't going to. I knew you were probably going to have a tough time watching this.
Yeah, I did. I mean, what kept me interested was the fight scenes. That was it.
Yeah. And that's the thing, that the fights, Tony Jaa is a really good fighter.
Yeah, he was.
Brings like a new level to Muay Thai fighting. And I really enjoy this movie. I like the whole trilogy. So I've got the trilogy on Blu-ray Steelbook.
Nice.
And it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to pull up the numbers on it real quick. But we're not going to spend too much time because this one got eliminated.
I did give a couple 10s.
So it's from 2003. It had a budget of $1.1 million. You can tell. It made $24 million in the box office.
Well, that's good though.
Yeah. So I mean, it made its money, and that gives claim to, okay, yeah, it did that because it made some money. It's basically like those found footage movies, that aren't great, but they make money because there's not much of a budget. So it's good. But I think my favorite thing, I love the fight scenes, but I love the stunts here because what they did, and I don't think I would like this for any other movie, but I gave props to the cinematography here because they had multiple camera angles on every stunt, and then they showed the stunt from every angle when they did it. So like he jumps through the window of the car, and they showed that from like the 3 camera angles that they shot it from. Or he slides underneath the one car, or he, jumps in between the 2 panes of glass. They showed that from every camera angle that they had. Yeah. And I don't think I would like that in any other movie except for this one.
Because it kind of fits it. I think.
Yeah,
I think it fits.
It makes sense, and you can tell that Tony Jaa is doing all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And no stuntman doing it; he's doing all the stunts. Yeah. And it just kind of works in this one. It wouldn't work for anything else.
No, I don't, you couldn't do that in John Wick.
But just the way that they did the stunts, like with the tree, and they're doing the tree to find out who gets to be Ong Bak or whatever, who gets to be the Thai warrior, and the one dude like falls from the tree and is hitting branches, and they show like every camera angle. And they just repeat it over and over again. And I'm like, I'm down for this. I dug it. But yeah, the quality is not that good.
No, it's not.
So, and Dell's here. What's up, Dell?
What's up, Dell?
He's just in time for Ong Bak. Tony Jaa is amazing. I agree. Unfortunately, this was a tough watch for Rich.
Yeah.
I liked it. It definitely was not my lowest score, but it was his lowest score. So yeah, the tree scene was nuts, right? That whole thing was like, it was like American Gladiators or Ninja Warrior or whatever, like all in this tree. and they're all doing, jumping from branch to branch and kicking everybody off and stuff like that. I dug that scene. What's up, Tiana?
What's
Thank you
up,
so much for
Tiana?
joining
Thank
us.
you for joining us.
But yeah, so we're talking about our top 10 movies beginning with O, and this one unfortunately gets eliminated at number 12 as the lowest scored movie that we had. And it's from 2003. Now IMDb gave this a 7.1.
Wow.
With 76,000 reviews.
Wow.
Where are you? Okay. So Rotten Tomato critic score 85% with 110 reviews. Audience score 84% with 50,000 plus ratings. You gave this a 60, bro.
I did.
You gave this a 60. This was definitely a tough watch for you. I gave it a 73. Like I said, it's not my favorite in the trilogy. I like the second one the best because there's so many different martial arts that are depicted in the second one. And it's kind of a prequel. So it kind of shows like the beginning of the Thai warrior thing.
Oh, really?
And I like that so much better. And it's basically set, in olden times. It's less modern, so jumping off of elephants and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I gave it a 73. You gave it a 60. It takes our lowest spot in the countdown with a total average score of 66.5. Now, some of the highlights, you did give a couple 10s. You gave 10
I did.
You gave 10 to cinematography.
I did. I really liked it.
And you gave a 10 to the wild card because it's an action movie through and through.
Yeah.
And I also gave a 10 to the wild card, but I also gave a 10 to the plot because I love the trailer for this. Mainly because I've already seen the movie, so when I see the trailer, I got
the
excited.
trailer wasn't bad.
Yeah, the trailer was good.
Mm-hmm.
And I also gave 9s to cinematography and to the ending because I really liked how it ended. Otherwise, not many people that I mean, I only know Tony Jaa in the movie. I don't know anybody else.
It was a basically 4 score. I didn't know it.
Yeah. So it was pretty good. So everybody's saying hi to everybody else. And then we got my oldest son.
What's up?
Eric, aka Juggle Butter. He says in the 80th percentile. That's pretty good. Yeah, it is. The critics seem to like it. The audience likes it. Everybody likes it but Rich. So that's okay. It's not a Princess Bride thing, but
that is true.
But I dug it. Unfortunately, it didn't score high enough to make our top 10 list. So yeah. So Ongbok, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yeah.
All right. So also coming in with eliminating the countdown is another one of my movies.
Odd Thomas.
Which was very disappointing. Yes, Odd Thomas.
Okay, see my score. This movie was done terribly, I think. I take that back. Not terribly, because I like the idea of it. I did, and then I come to find out I was watching it. I don't know where it was, on Facebook, Instagram. Somebody told me this was a series of books. I had no clue.
Yeah, a series of books, graphic novel. It was like, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think there was a graphic novel of it, but I think the graphic novel came after the books and before the movie.
Oh, okay.
But first I want to say rest in peace to Anton Yelchin.
Yeah.
But I thought he did a good job in this.
Yeah, he did pretty good.
But I mean, yeah, this is kind of a I don't want to say low rent, but it kind of a low rent fantasy monster movie.
Mm-hmm.
Reminded me a little bit of Constantine.
Yes, it did.
But yeah, I've read the books and I love the books. The movie does not compare to the books. I was really hoping for more of a trilogy and stuff, but I don't think they put enough effort into this so people would actually want a sequel.
So the thing, like the acting really bothered me. The side characters.
It was, the girl bothered me.
Yes.
The female lead in this, she was like a wet napkin. I don't.
Yeah.
I
Even
mean,
the killers in this, I could not stand. I know you're not supposed to like them, but I couldn't. Their acting ability was terrible.
oh yeah. Well,
It was. Yeah, I had issues with it. I mean, I liked the how he tried to ignore the monsters, so they didn't know he saw them.
yeah.
I did dig that. I thought that was pretty cool.
I did like how he was narrating
Yeah.
in the, kind of talking about what they were and how he sees them and what happened to him and things like that. So it kind of so you don't need the background of reading the books to understand what's going on in the movie. So yeah. I mean, it's from 2013. It actually had a little bit of a box office thing. I'm trying to find, I don't know if I have a budget. I'm gonna try one more place. Okay. Budget was 27 million. And that seems a little high.
Yeah, it's probably for the visual effects.
Yeah, it's probably for the CGI. It made
26.5 for the CGI and the rest.
Yeah, it made 26.5, and then the rest were, they paid Anton Yelchin for it.
Mm-hmm.
But so it did have a little bit of an international box office following. It did not go domestic. It was only like Europe. But it made 1.3 million in the box office. It made 3.2 million in video sales. And I bought it on DVD. I thought this was one that we could talk about because there were things that I really liked here.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't execute it as well as they should have.
Yeah.
But I think this is a fun watch. It's not great. It's just, yeah.
This is a one and done for me. I will never revisit this again.
Yeah. No, I watched this. I watched this a few times. It's not horrible. I did watch this in a drinking game, and that was kind of cool. Like, yeah. There was one thing, like whenever you roll your eyes because of something the chick says in the movie, that's when you drink. So I got drunk pretty fast.
The first 20 minutes.
And like halfway through the movie, I was like, "What are we watching?" But yeah, it's not. So yeah, Dell hasn't seen Odd Taubes. You're not missing anything, bro. If you get a chance to watch it and it's free, if you're bored, check it out. I liked it more than I should. It does not. Budget wise and the way that they did it, it does not play well. But it
feels like a very cheap Netflix movie.
Yeah, or one of those low end Netflix or something like before Hulu kind of hit it big. This little Amazon original or TV movie or something like that. What is up, Sarah? Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate you.
What's going on? You came back. What's up, Nate? Yeah.
What's up, Nate?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Flash, Nate.
Yeah, we're ready to flash our bits for you guys. Spoiler alert: there will be flashing. But yeah, no, I was just on Geeks and Flicks before I came here.
Yeah, you were. That was a good show.
Had a great time with Nate and Alex. I love those guys. We've done a lot of good crossover stuff. I'm looking forward to next year's Lowdown Awards because I want to have you guys back and have it the four of us again because that was a blast. I've never had so much fun doing an
watching Alex pick Top. He'll still be fucking picking Top Gun for.
He's gonna nominate Top Gun another 5 times. Dude, that didn't come out in physical.
Yeah.
But yeah. She likes the Kiss shirt.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Nate said that's gonna be a flashing good time. It is. Alex is like, we're gonna have to block Dave's camera because he keeps showing off his moves. We'll be there. Thanks, bro. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'll get you in there. I'm wondering about maybe having a fifth, and I'm not fully sure yet, but I'm thinking maybe having a fifth for next year, so that the votes are so it's uneven, so that there wouldn't be a tie or something like that. I mean, I think that'd be kind of cool, but we'll cross that.
We got 6 months to figure it out.
We got 6 months to figure it out. So yeah, I'll start hitting you guys up around September, October, and we'll start planning, because like the end of December, first part of January, we'll do our nominations, and then we'll have our show in January or early February. So yeah, not doing much. Just got done watching Monday Night Raw.
Oh, good.
Good. Nice. I haven't seen a Raw episode in probably 5 years.
Me neither. I usually watch the clips. They put everything you need to see.
Yeah, I'll watch the clips, or I'll get like updates. I do watch SmackDown from time to time. But once Raw got to be like 3 hours long,
it's ridiculous.
I'm like, I can't. I don't have that much time.
So my daughter used to go to live events all the time. We've been to like 3 or 4 Raws.
Yeah.
And when they're in Des Moines, it's like a 3-hour drive. It's really about 4.5 hours of Raw, because they do a live show, they record a live show, or they record their main event, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And then you got a half hour of dark matches they put on. Yeah. And it's like, oh man, by the time, your ass is hurting from sitting in the seats. Yeah. But still, professional wrestling's fun to go see live.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
See live. I've been there live. I've
That's right, you're a professional wrestler.
I was a professional wrestler. I refereed
Boink the Clown.
I was Boink the Clown. I was the little one. But no, I was a referee. I refereed some dark matches. I did some stuff for the WWE, but I basically worked for the training school for the WWE called UPW, based in Southern California. And I worked with Samoa Joe, John Cena, and a bunch of others, Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and it was a great time. I had a lot of fun. Also, my buddy Mike Masters, who we see all the time, jumps in on our streams and jumps in on your Kevin Smith stuff.
He does. Loyal.
One of my best friends with UPW. He and I, it was awesome. I had a lot of fun. Sarah, you're asking how early in February? I don't know yet. But I'm thinking last week of January, first week of February is the area where I want to do the award show. But as we
back
get
on his channel,
the end of the year, I'll start finalizing a date.
Go back in his channel and watch the last year's awards. Last year's awards.
Yeah, watch the 2022 Lowdown Awards.
Mm-hmm. They were fun.
It was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
And when did we do it? We did it. I said 4 months ago, so I don't have the exact date. Yeah, I did it 4 months ago.
It seems longer than that.
It does seem longer than that. But if you think about it, it's only June.
That is true.
4 months ago, so we did it. Yeah, we did it in February.
Mm-hmm. So go back and watch.
I do watch SmackDown. That's 7 to 9. Monday Night Raw 7 to 10. Yeah, because it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
And February is my birthday month. Well, awesome. Happy birthday in advance. But yeah, that's awesome, Sarah. My birthday's in May, so I just had mine.
My birthday's in September.
And he's about to have his. Then he's gonna really feel his age.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm feeling my age right now. Yeah. But yeah, Odd Thomas. Now this one I wasn't surprised in missing the countdown. I was surprised with Ong Bak, but I wasn't surprised with this one because we don't have any 10s here. I think my highest score is a 9, and that's for the ending. But I do have 8s. I have an 8 for the cast, 8 for the plot.
Highest I went was 7.
8 for the cinematography and 8 for the wild card. You went 7 for the wild card, 7 for story, 7 for plot, and 7 for cast. So yeah, highest you went is 7.
Yeah.
Highest I went 9 for that one thing, and that was in that was it. Happy early birthday. My niece is in September. Awesome. And thank you for the happy birthday. So IMDb gave this guy a 6.8 with 55,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 38%. This was no surprise, with 48 reviews. Audience score 65% with 10,000 plus ratings. And I'm thinking, right around in this area. You gave this a 61, just 1 point higher than Ong Bak. I gave it 75 for a total average score of 68. And this one takes our number 11 spot and is also eliminated from the countdown.
Yeah. I thought it was going to be, I had two picks. It was going to be that one or Overlord. It was going to be number 11.
Well, that's an interesting pick, my brother, because Overlord actually takes our number 10 spot.
I was close.
Yeah, you were close. You were right there.
Yeah.
You got the two right that were right. They were right in that
This
area.
is my pick.
Yeah. Now I thought it would be Odd Thomas and Overlord being eliminated. That was my pick for the two that we dropped out. But when I saw that Ong Bak got the lowest score, I was like, oh man. But I enjoyed Overlord. I don't have a problem with this movie. It's still it's basic, it's simple, it's got great action. There's some good horror elements, some great action stuff. But yeah, it's
there's not a whole lot of meat on this bone. The story's like you said, very straightforward. Great cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a surprise for me when I seen it. I blind bought this.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah.
I blind bought this and I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I ended up liking the price I paid for it too. I think I got it for like $10.
I think I got mine for $10. And it was I can't say it was a blind buy, but it was on the recommendation of some buddies on Facebook. It was like, oh, if you like this type of movie and blah blah blah, you should check out Overlord. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll check it out. And I thought, it was like $9.99 on Blu-ray, and I was like, sure.
Yeah, and I ended up getting the 4K too.
Yeah,
yeah. The slipcover on this is really nice. Yeah,
yeah. No, this was interesting. So this is from 2018. Had a budget of $38 million. It made $39.1 million in the box office and $5.7 million in video sales. So it did make its money.
Yeah.
Not enough to really warrant a sequel, but it at least kind of, covered the production cost. Fresh Rotten Tomatoes. I have a movie collection. Okay, cool. So yeah, and you get you get those to where you're like, okay, it's certified fresh. There it is, right there.
Yeah.
I hate these. I hate these things on the. I don't care.
I don't mind them.
I mean, it doesn't bother me, but I don't want it on my slipcover.
Is it a
it's
sticker?
Not a sticker. It's part of the dang slipcover.
Oh, okay. See, I like the clear sticker that you can, if you don't really like it, you can peel it off.
You can peel it off. I'm okay with that, but
maybe put it at the bottom right or left hand corner. I think would be better.
I don't know. And then because we just talked about it on Geeks and Flicks. So Plane is the same thing.
Yeah, I don't like that movie.
I know you didn't. I told you guys about that. This one's a sticker though. This one will come off.
See, that's what I like.
Yeah. I just hate when you go to take a sticker off a slipcover and it rips the slipcover.
Oh, that's the worst feeling.
Oh. Still haven't seen this one. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good.
I like it. Yeah.
It's a fun movie.
It's worth seeing. Definitely worth seeing.
Some of our highlights. Again, no 10s for this. But Rich, your highest score, you gave a 9 to the plot.
And
then you gave 8s to ending, story, and wild card.
Yeah.
I gave a 9 to the ending. and I gave 8s to the plot and the wild card. And then that were like 5, 6, and 7 across the board. So, but yeah, it checks. Yeah, it checks boxes. It does. And it reminds me of and I know I don't remember the name of the video game, but there's a video game and it's like, I don't know if it's Modern Warfare or Gears of War. It's one of those soldier games or something like that, where there's this level where you're fighting these Nazi zombies. And if my son's still on, he can attest to it because he played it all the time. I said, people seem to love Overlord or hate it with a passion. Yeah. I don't see a lot of, I'm actually kind of middle of the road with it. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but I liked it. I was entertained by it.
I pop it in every now and then.
Do you recommend playing? You know what? Yes, I recommend playing. Rich does not. So Rich wasn't happy with it. I think it checks the boxes for a pretty good action movie. I think it's worth a watch.
I felt like what's his face did it for the paycheck.
Well, sure. I know I would have done it for the paycheck.
But I mean, he felt like he phoned it in. This wasn't his best performance.
Yeah, I don't think Gerard Butler's that much of that good of an actor anyway.
See, I think he is. I liked him in P.S. I Love You. He was in that, right? That's his.
Yeah, I liked him. Okay, Ugly Truth. I like that. I am not a romantic comedy fan.
I like P.S. I Love You.
I'm really not. But I like The Ugly Truth with Katherine Heigl.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And I really enjoyed that.
Hunter,
he was
right?
just kind of joking around and being a goofball, and I enjoyed that. And he's kind of like that in Olympus Has Fallen, just kind of, which we're actually going to talk about later because that's another Gerard Butler that's in our countdown tonight.
Yeah.
But I will say this: the 4K transfer on this is phenomenal.
Oh, is it really?
It is great, and the Dolby Atmos sound is awesome. The bullets flying out.
I was just going to ask you, how were the bullets?
Yeah, it's one of the best 4K transfers I've watched this year.
Nice.
And that's a real big surprise. I mean, as far as a movie goes, I give it a 7 out of 10. But as far as a 9 out of 10 for the 4K transfer.
Yeah. So if you want to buy it,
yeah, pick it up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's worth a watch. I don't know if maybe wait till it goes down in price a little bit before you buy it.
Or if you have a red box, go rent it.
If you have a red box, or if you can catch it digitally, because it's got to be playing digitally somewhere by
now. Oh, I don't know.
Gerard Butler plays Gerard Butler in every movie with the possible exception of 300.
Right.
He's still Gerard Butler. He's just his volume is on 11.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. I did like him in 300 though. I'm picking up new releases to add to my collection, and I got 2 new movies from Amazon.
Awesome. What'd you get?
My Amazon was so yeah, I got some movies from Amazon too, and I got Best Buy and Town Hall stuff. And you going night?
See, I don't buy movies no more. I take it back. I do buy movies, but I don't buy them new release day anymore. I usually wait for them to go on sale. I just having 700 kids kind of put a damper on buying my own stuff.
Kids.
But no, I wait for them to go on sale.
That's what killed my comic book collection, bro.
Yeah.
I have a powerful need to feed my kids this month, so I probably will not get new comic book day.
Right. But like today, this week, I am going to get, I'm going to order, because where I live, I have a Walmart, but you can never guarantee to get new releases on new release day. So I'm going to order the new Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
From Amazon. And hopefully we'll add that to by the numbers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do it. I'm gonna get it. I'm looking at the Best Buy Steelbook.
I think it's kind of lame. It's just black with the mushroom.
With the mushroom?
Yeah. Because that movie is so bright and vibrant.
I haven't bought it. I was looking at it.
Oh.
So I'm basically gonna go to Best Buy, and whatever's there, I'm gonna get. I don't even know if I'll get the 4K, to be honest. I might just get the Blu-ray.
Oh, I think you should get it in 4K. Because those colors are just,
But yeah,
Even in the theater, they popped.
I did not like Super Mario Brothers growing up. I was not a fan of the game.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
loved
looking
it.
forward to the movie, but I know we have to review it. I know I'm going to get it because I know my grandkids are going to like it. So,
yeah, and it's still making money, man.
Yeah,
in the theaters.
Oh no, it's still running like 4th or 5th place in the box office.
Yeah.
And it's made, it's
over
made over $500 million domestically.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like 1.4 billion worldwide or something like that. Like huge.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought that this would be the highest grossing movie this year?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a fantastic film.
VHS 99, Physical Media, Dungeons and Dragons, Shazam, Knock at the Cabin, James Dean, Rebel Without a Cause, Shout Factory War Games. I have all of those except for Rebel Without a Cause.
I have none of those.
Oh
man, that movie's a piece of shit.
I am regretting buying this. I do like the Steelbook, but I not like. I feel like crap for buying the Steelbook because I thought I was gonna like it.
The last movie I bought,
and then of course
was Guys Don't Judge Me. It was $5, 4K. I couldn't pass it up. Oh, that's nice.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm gonna wait for that to go cheap.
I double dipped. I got the Steelbook too.
I seen you say that on today.
Yeah, I saw it twice in the theater. I bought it twice on 4K. So it is what it is.
I bought Assassin's Creed. It was $5 on Amazon.
4K?
Yeah.
That's not I'm not complaining about that, bro. I don't have a problem with that. That's visually that's cool. Yeah, visually that's fun. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that at all. Okay, so getting back to Overlord. Overlord got a 6.6 on IMDb with 103,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 82% with 228 reviews. Audience score 67% with 2,500 reviews. You gave this a 71. I gave it a 69. Total average score of 70. So we were close on this one.
I think you guys should check it out. Del, you said if you hadn't seen it, I definitely recommend you to check it out. Just see this movie.
Yeah.
And I think you can buy the Blu-ray now, probably for $5.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get to our number 9 movie.
The One.
No, actually. I'm gonna double check. No, it's definitely not The One. Let's say Blu-ray and 4K. Unwelcome, Tombstone. I did buy Unwelcome on Blu-ray. Tombstone, I've totally got. Mallrats, I don't have. Flashdance, I got. 4K Steelbook. Cocaine Bear, I got. Supercell, I got. Killer Bears. Megan, I've got. Cool Hand Luke, I got. Robot Cop, Batman. That Come to Gotham toys are not for children. Okay, nice,
cool.
That's some good stuff, Sarah.
Yeah, keep buying, man.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want you to go broke or file bankruptcy or anything, but if you can keep adding to your collection like that, that's great. I mean,
I also recommend. This not necessarily buy movies that you haven't seen, but go to like Netflix or Max or whatever. Check out a movie that's normally out of your comfort zone. And we have been doing that on our other show by the numbers. We've been doing a lot of foreign films, and they have been fantastic.
It's been a pleasure to watch some of these foreign films that we didn't expect anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we both have one movie in particular that is easily in our top 5 of the year.
Yeah. And I'll tell you right now, it's Hunger. Go see that. Or rent, or it's on Netflix.
Yeah. Watch it on Netflix. I hope there's a physical release for this.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be, but I would love to see it get nominated for best foreign film.
Yeah. It better.
I'd like to see that. I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, for the Academy Awards, every country can only submit one movie. So hopefully Thailand submits this movie.
Yeah.
To be considered.
It's fantastic.
Because it's awesome. It is so good. Definitely not what I expected.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic movie. All right. So let's move on to our number 9 film, and that is On Her Majesty's Secret.
Oh, I forgot about this one. I forgot about this one.
So this is the odd man out, George Lazenby, as James Bond.
And he did a great job. We have the same steelbook.
Mm-hmm. I made sure I bought the steelbook because this is the only one he did. Now, he was slotted to do a whole bunch of these, but he got in trouble. He got in trouble and he got canceled. Back then.
It must have been bad.
He did some shit. I don't know the full deal of what happened, but there was a documentary about it, and they talked about why he didn't do any other movies, and he did something incredibly wrong.
He's an awesome Bond. I will give him that.
Oh yeah, he had the looks. Mm-hmm. He had the one thing I noticed about this Bond, and he's like a wrestler. This guy's like a champion. Yeah, he's a champion wrestler, and he was messing people up in this movie. He was a fighter in this, and I dug that a lot.
You should have got that whole line of steelbooks.
I wish I did, but the time, I wasn't ordering online at the time, so I got what they had in the store, and I was like, so I got that one, I got Casino Royale, stuff like that, what they had available, and then I ordered Tomorrow Never Dies from Zavvi, because that's the one steelbook I wanted. And so, yeah, it's hit or miss with James Bond and steelbooks and 4Ks. Yeah. I've got them spread all over the place between different physical medias. I think I own all the James Bonds, but they're all, Blu-ray, DVD, VHS. I got them all over the dang place. But this one, yeah, I mean, it's definitely dated.
Oh yeah.
Now
there's.
But it is a shame. He was good. He was good in this. He would have made a great James Bond. Now, another thing that I thought basically it went Sean Connery and then George Lazenby and then Roger Moore. But that's not the case, because they did another Sean Connery after. So they brought in George Lazenby to do this one, and then the next one was going to be George Lazenby. They already had the script and everything ready to go, but then they fired him and they brought back Connery for one more film in 1971. And Diamonds Are Forever, I think, but I could be wrong on that. And then, and then they went to Roger Moore, and then Roger Moore did Octopussy and A View to a Kill and all that kind of stuff.
Which I've never seen those.
I love A View to a Kill. That's my favorite Roger Moore one. With Simon Le Bon from Duran Duran as one of the bad guys, and and he also Duran Duran also did the theme song. So I dug that one. That was my favorite. So yeah. Me too with James Bond. Dell says, I've got the James Bond collection Blu-ray box set with all the movies through Spectre. Nice.
That's the white box one, right, Dell? I almost bought that.
I think that's the white box.
But anyway, this is a great movie. Definitely worth seeing.
It was a tougher watch for me this time. I mean, I liked it when I first watched it, but I think, some of the stuff is really dated. This is from 1969.
See, when I watched it at the beginning of the year, this was the first time I watched. I hadn't seen any of these older James Bond movies, and I ate them up. I loved them. Oh yeah, they're a little racist in there. Racial comments.
Yeah.
I can look past it because it's a sign of the time.
You know what? Okay, this is from 1969. Don't be offended. Stop. Stop dealing with that. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't believe in that. I don't believe a movie should be changed.
Either do I.
Because just like songs and stuff, I don't believe you should change the lyrics and stuff just because you're offended now or it's bothering you now. If it bothers you, if a movie bothers you, if a song bothers you, heck, if our live stream bothers you, just don't watch. Just
I'm sorry, we'll keep our shirts on. Okay, we will not take our shirts off anymore.
That's definite. We'll definitely drive people off if we start taking our shirts off. We're gonna save that for Geeks.
We'll get a strike.
Yeah, I already have a strike. I don't need another strike.
Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that until I saw your video yesterday. I was like, "What? How did I fucking miss this?"
Yeah. So yeah. He's got the white box.
Yeah. And it was for putting these pictures up.
No. It was. I was using clips.
Clips. Okay.
I was using clips from the movie with no sound to view as like paranormal documentary stuff. And then, hey, it was fine until about an hour before the show ended. So at some point, I must have hit something, and they dinged us, and then they pulled the episode before we finished it.
I didn't even. I don't know how I missed all that because I just saw it last night. Before I was going to bed, I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
was it a strike or just a warning there?
No, it was a strike. It was a warning because it was my first offense, but yeah. So then if I do it again, they're gonna shut my channel down for a week.
Oh damn! Don't do that.
I've learned my lesson. I apologize to the YouTube gods for offending ancient mestres or whatever, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So, On Her Majesty's Secret Service is the name of the movie. It's from 1969. Had a production budget of $8 million. Made $82 million in the box office worldwide. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, and that's 1969 money.
That's 1969 numbers. 82 million. So that's in today's numbers. That's probably like 250 million.
Yeah,
something like that. Del said, I agree that a movie should not be changed after the fact. However, I think someone can still be offended. Each person takes things differently. I agree with that.
I agree.
I'm just saying, don't tell you can say, okay, I'm offended by it, but then as such, I'm not going to watch it. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm offended by this, so it needs to be changed is the point I want to make. Is I don't think you should be able to change a movie just because you're offended by it. If you're offended by it, you can say, hey, I'm offended by this. I'm not going to watch it again.
Yeah. You don't take it from someone else.
Exactly. But don't say it needs to be different because nobody needs to see it this way. And I disagree with that. I think it should be seen in its natural format. If you are offended by it, if you don't like it, that's fine. But just don't watch it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying.
Well said.
All right. So let's talk about our highlights on this one.
Let me pull my notes up.
So you gave a 9 to the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
Also a 9 to the story. And you gave 8 to the acting and ending and direction. Now that I'm looking at it. And it looks like script as well. I didn't go that far. Now I did. I think my highest score is an 8 for the ending, and an 8 for the cast. But I didn't realize how many people I recognized in the cast rewatching it. I was like, holy crap, I recognize these people.
See, I think I went high because this was the first time watching. I had fun with this.
Yeah, this was I've probably seen it like 2 or 3 times. And Dell agrees. The movie should be kept intact to provide a clear history of the cinematic past. I agree, and
that's well said, though.
I just, I'm totally with you on that. I just think there's just too many things just being, canceled and stuff because people are offended by things, or like they were having trouble finding a host for the Oscars one year because Kevin Hart said one thing that offended somebody 10 years ago, and so he's not going to be on the show, or stuff like that. I just don't think that's fair.
Yeah.
If you're a racist bastard or whatever, then yeah, you don't deserve to host a show. But if you said one thing in an email to someone that wasn't supposed to come out, and it comes out, and then you get canceled for it, I don't think that's fair.
But you can do blackface on the Man Show and still get to host the Oscars.
Right. And how insulting blackface is insulting. I'm sorry. I don't.
Yeah. That whole situation is weird. They get on Kevin Hart for something, and then but it's okay for Jimmy Kimmel.
But it's okay for Jimmy Kimmel to do it, and then and then like the whole thing. What is like with James Gunn? Because James Gunn was like fired from Guardians 3. For something stupid. I mean, okay, yeah, he made a mistake. He said something wrong, but it was like 20 years ago or whatever. And he's being punished. Disney's like, fine, we're not going to, and that should not be automatic pilot. The production companies are like, okay, now I'm going to say Joss Whedon's a fucking asshole. He should, he needs to be castrated. The stuff that he did, he absolutely should be canceled. I mean, I loved Avengers. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, all that stuff. But once I found out the shit that he was doing, I was like, dude, I will cut his balls off right now.
Yeah.
But James Gunn says one thing in an email or something.
It was Twitter, wasn't it?
It was Twitter or something like 20 years ago that somebody finds. It's like trolls are searching for this, and they say, oh, James Gunn said this, and then it goes viral, and Disney just said, well, we're just going to get rid of him. And then, the cast is like Dave Bautista's like, well, I'm not going to do it. James Gunn isn't going to be in it. I'm out.
Yeah.
And then everybody else, other people were like, yeah, we're not going to do it either. And they were like, okay, we'll bring James Gunn back.
Yeah. That was the
reaction. Like, screw you guys, I'm going to DC.
Yeah. They did, Warner Brothers had the same issue with the guy who played Elongated Man on The Flash. He said some stupid shit 10 years ago.
Yeah.
At the time, fired him from The Flash, but Ezra Miller can choke a female out on video in a club. Nothing said. He gets to keep his job.
Yeah.
It was that whole situation with all the stuff that Ezra Miller did and the comparison to the guy who played Elongated Man, which he wasn't very high profile. Ezra Miller is, and he should have been just fired from the get-go.
Yeah. Now, I know that this was, there was the debate going back and forth about Ezra Miller and being fired from The Flash and refilming it with Grant Gustin or whatever his name is, the guy that does the series, or something like that. I know that would have doubled the production budget, and I see the issues there. But yeah, I don't know. I might have just scrapped the whole thing and said, dude, you're
a piece of started filming when Ezra Miller choked that girl out.
Yeah.
I
would have just cut him. But by the time everything like blew up, they were already like midway through making the movie.
Yeah, they were balls deep in production.
They'd already like 150 million deep.
Because I think I saw a report. They said it was like 250 million budget, but I think it was Variety or Deadline said it was more close to 300 million for production on that movie.
Yeah. Sarah says, David, you don't do that. I'm enjoying watching y'all. I've been back from my vacation now. I'm back, Dave. Careful. I'm careful. I don't, but I have, if I'm going to go on a rant, I'm going to go on a rant. And this is my rant. I'm venting about stuff. There's a double standard in the industry, and there is in any industry. Even with my company, we had, the company that I worked for, we double standard with stuff. But there's, certain people get privilege. And whether it's by race or by how much money you make or how big of a star you are or what you do, there's many different things. And then you get someone who's not very big who will just get fired and blackballed from the industry for doing one little thing. Or I don't know. I just think some of it's ridiculous. But
yeah.
And I've got 186 subscribers. I don't care. You guys know how I feel about stuff. I will be honest, and I'm honest to a fault. I don't beat around the bush. I will tell you exactly how I feel. Love me or hate me. It is who I am, and I'm 53 years old. I don't have time to lie. I don't need to beat around.
Short.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares? And I'm telling you, I'm having a blast doing this. So when you're having fun doing work, you're not actually working. So anyway, back to what we got here. We did our highlights on Her Majesty's Secret Service. IMDb gives us a 6.7 with 95,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 81% with 57 reviews. Audience score 64% with 50,000 plus ratings. Rich, you gave this a 78. I gave it a 64 for a total average score of 71.
Oh, wow. We were probably far
apart. 9 spot. Yeah, I think it's dated for me. I've seen it a bunch of times, and
this was, like I said, I think this is my first time. I had a blast.
I was like, oh, okay,
really good.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed watching it, but I can, there were parts where I was like, okay, I was a little dated.
Yeah.
So okay, so now we have a bit of a jump because it was 71. And this next one coming in at number 8.
Oh, yeah.
No, actually, it's the 1. So now we're getting to the 1 with with Jet Li and a very young, still having some hair, Jason Statham. Delroy Lindo is in this.
I remember loving this movie when it first came out.
It's fun, but yeah, this is this is dated a little bit, but it's still a fun watch for me. When I get my little sci-fi kick, I'll watch this because it's this one and Time Cop and things like that. I like it.
That's Van Damme, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like that movie. I'm not a fan of Van Damme.
I am a damn Van Damme movie. I love it. I love it. It's I don't know. It's one of those where you're like, okay, this is where the heck?
Okay. Did you lose it?
I'm trying to find it in IMDb. Not IMDb, but Rotten
if you
Tomatoes.
guys want to watch this one, it's on Max right now. That's where I watched it. Ooh, excuse me. Dave losing shit over there.
I know. It's like I had it and now it's gone.
Do you need my numbers again?
2001. No, I have your numbers. I was trying to find the Rotten Tomatoes numbers.
Oh,
there it is. Got it. Okay. So this is from 2001. Like I said, had a budget of $49 million, made $72.6 million in the box office. So not too bad. I think I saw this in the theater.
I did too. I think I did too.
And I had a lot of fun. And yeah, it's on Max right now. I have the Blu-ray, so I just watched it on Blu-ray. But I don't know. I think this movie is fun. It's very if you're, so if you've watched No Way Home, Spider-Man No Way Home, and you've watched Multiverse of Madness.
You're right, yeah. And Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse. I haven't seen that yet. That's tomorrow. But check this one out. This is kind of the the granddaddy of them. Because this is a very multiverse thing. It's got a multiverse plot. And
I just dawned on me when you said that. I was like, oh shit, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Jet Li's good. Great action.
Great action.
Acting,
good fight.
So. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not Odd Thomas terrible.
Yeah. What's up, Steve? Hey, Steve. The one is goofy fun with Jet Li eating the shit out of Jet Li, right? Mm-hmm. That's the only person who could beat Jet Li. Back in those days, I was like, the only person that could fight Jet Li is Jet Li. So to actually have a movie where he's actually fighting himself made total sense. But I mean, I dug this. I like I like Jason Statham in this.
Oh, he's so young here.
So young. Like I said, he's almost got a full head of hair.
Yeah.
He's got that that thinning thing right here, like what Bruce Willis had in Moonlighting. And but this is it's a fun watch. It's not the greatest movie of all time. It's a fun watch. We actually have a couple of 10s in here. From our highlights, you actually gave a 10 to the music.
I liked it.
And the wild card. And I gave a 10 to the wild card and a 9 to the ending. We're both at 8s for the cinematography and for the cast. Because I liked the special effects and it was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it was.
You also gave a 9 to the story, which makes sense. I think it's fun, a little multiverse thing. Fun. But yeah, number 8 on our countdown, IMDb gives this a 5.9 with 94,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 13% with 90 reviews. Audience score 51% with 100,000 plus ratings. I don't know why everybody shit on this movie, but it seems that none of the critics' places actually like this as much as we did. Because Rich, you and I both gave this a 78.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it takes our number 8 spot in the countdown. But we jumped, so we're 71 average with George Lazenby's On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and now we're at 78. And then we're gonna start dipping in the 80s here.
Oh, good. We have some good movies coming up.
Some good movies coming up. Coming in, and we actually have a legit tie.
Oh, really?
Where I couldn't get a winner out of it. Because our scores are identical.
Okay, let me look. I like playing this game.
And that's where we're coming in right now.
Olympus Has Fallen and Oblivion.
You got one of the two.
Oh, damn. Okay, spoil it for me.
Okay. So we know about Olympus Has Fallen. The other one is Our Friend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this movie.
So,
Our Friend. It is a sad movie.
This pissed me off, bro. I was like, why do you make me watch this shit? I'm crying in this movie. I'm like, God damn it. I mean, I'm sitting there and all I can remember is my mom.
Mm-hmm.
and her cancer, she passed away when I was 21. She was diagnosed as terminal when I was 19. And I basically took care of her. I was the one. I quit my job. I quit college. I went to be with her, and take care of her. So this was a tough watch for me.
Didn't I pick one movie like this before?
Yeah, you have.
What was it?
Shit, I'm trying to remember. Don't think I've ever heard of Our Friend. You know what? It's a good movie, bro.
It is. Jason Segel, he's all shits and giggles and How I Met Your Mom, and we are meeting Sarah Marshall, whatever the hell that's called. He's known
Sarah Marshall. Yeah, and he has, there's a little bit.
Yeah.
He has like little hints, little inflections of his How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Persona in there, but otherwise he's just trying to help. He's just trying to be a friend and help.
And I'm sorry, but I have become a fan of Dakota Johnson. I love her.
Fantastic in this, but I was like, it doesn't matter how bad she is health-wise in this movie, she is still beautiful.
Right.
I was like, I hate you, you bitch.
She's great in Peanut Butter Falcon. She's great in this. She was great in that Apple TV Plus movie. I forget what it's called. I don't remember what it's called. Anyway, look it up on IMDb. She's great in that. And there was something else I liked her in, and I don't remember what it is. But and then you got Casey Affleck here on the poster.
And Casey Affleck is amazing.
Yes, he is.
He's a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
Overshadowed by Ben, but
yeah.
There've been a couple of movies that I've seen with him in it where I'm like, oh, he should have got a Best Actor nomination for that.
Yeah. His emotion in this movie is that
it's interesting, and
I recommend this movie a lot. I highly recommend seeing this. If there's any movie on this top 10 list, I think this is the one you should see. Even though I have a Tom Cruise movie on here.
No Tom Cruise movie. Well, there is Oblivion. Yeah. There's a Tom Cruise movie on here. So I'm like, really? You'd watch it over?
Because this feels real. This hits you on an emotional, like a realistic, this could be my friends. This could be my wife. This could be my, I could be her friend. You know what I mean? It's just,
well, if you're talking about me, this is right. Your, because I would, because they have two kids. So basically, Dakota Johnson and Casey Affleck are husband and wife, and Jason Segel is their best friend. She gets diagnosed with cancer, and they have two kids, two daughters, and basically they're, trying to live their life, and Jason Segel, he basically moves in with them, take care of them, to help. And because Casey Affleck is like, he's a mess, and he has this thing where if he gets too excited or stressed out, he faints. and I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna faint in this whole damn movie. He's just gonna pass out every time something happens. But oh man, I'm sorry. I cried, and I was like,
I cried this movie.
Damn it, Rich! Why do you give me this shit?
But guys, this movie's great.
It is. It's a really good, and I'm sorry, one time watch. I will never buy this. I will never watch it again.
I own it on digital, and I think it's only on DVD. And this is one. Yeah, I will get on DVD because we talked about this last week. About me buying DVDs again. I think this is one I would buy on DVD.
Yeah, this is one you don't need all the CGI or special effects or special features or anything like that. This is a good DVD watch.
Yeah, this is
you don't
great. I won't say a great story. That makes it like it's a happy ending. It's
yeah,
good storytelling.
It's good. It's a good story. No, I mean, I'll say it. It's a great story. It doesn't. I mean, it. And I don't want to spoil it. I mean, I know this is what 2019. So
yeah,
I've never heard of this movie.
Really?
I never heard of this before this. I'm in Dell's boat. I never knew about this movie. But I really like the end here. Not because of the cancer and that kind of thing, but there's something that follows that I really liked. And there's just, aside from everything that happened, the whole underlying with the cancer thing and all that, there's real personal growth here with the two men. And that's something to pay attention to, is watch how the two guys grow as people in both dealing with Dakota Johnson and her cancer and the two girls and all that mess coming up.
Yeah. How
those two grow as individuals. And I thought that was really, especially Jason Segel's character.
Yeah. And he really surprised me because
he knocked it out of the park here. He was my surprise of the movie. Yeah. I mean, I expected Casey Affleck to be good, and he was good. But Jason Segel, I was like, he was really good here.
Mm-hmm.
I dug it. But yeah, I was messing you out a little bit.
I'm sorry. I love this movie, and as soon as we said, "Oh," I knew I wanted to pick this movie.
Yeah, I think that was like your second or third pick.
Yeah. I can tell you if it's where it's on my list. It's my third pick. It was actually my third pick. Yeah, I knew I had my first pick was obvious. I mean,
was you had to get your Tom Cruise in. Yeah. So
yeah, guys, this is such a good movie.
Yeah. So, as I said, now the box office thing says it's from 2021, but this is actually from 2019.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it was in the theater in 2021 or something because of COVID or whatever.
Yeah, it had a weird.
It had a weird release, but it made $700,000 in the box office. But it was during COVID.
Yeah,
had a $10 million budget. Some of the highlights we have for this.
I have some 10s.
You have some 10s. You have 10s for cast, acting, ending, and wild card. And my lone 10 in this is for script. Because I thought the script here was just amazing. But I have 8s for cast, acting, story, and direction.
Yeah.
You also have a 9 for the story, and 9 for plot. I have a 6 for plot because I watched the trailer for this and I go, oh my God, I'm going to cry in this movie. So pissed.
Well, I'm going to tell you what. One of the movies we watched for next week or this Wednesday's By the Numbers had me just fucking bawling. I was like, oh, it had me
but
crying.
It wasn't Spider-Man, right?
No, it wasn't Spider-Man.
I was gonna say, because that wouldn't surprise me. I was bawling because I got to see this movie.
No, I was going to tell you right now. It was.
Oh, okay. No, I know exactly which one it is. I know exactly which one it is.
I love that movie. I absolutely loved it. I actually put it in my top 5 movies of the year so far.
No, Sarah, I will not cancel my channel. Yeah. I'll get kicked off before I can.
And I wouldn't let him do it anyway.
He wouldn't let me. He'd be like, bro, no, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
But no, I would not. I won't be canceled. My point was other things shouldn't be canceled strictly because some people are offended. I think they can voice that they're offended, and then I think it should just be kept natural. I think anybody, I mean, it just there's got to be a line. It's just that line is skewed because
it's been crossed.
Yeah, it's been crossed, and I mean, professional athletes do it, actors do it. There's just the rules are different for people, for certain people. I just
But this movie.
This movie is
Sarah, right?
It's surprisingly, for it being such a drama, and really a lot of it only takes place in the house. It's not slow. It actually plays pretty well.
And I think that has to do with the cast.
Over 2 hours. Yeah, it's the cast. It's the acting. It's the dialogue. It's the chemistry between all of them.
Yeah.
I love the chemistry between the three. I love the two girls, the kids, and they were great. The friends that come over and stuff, I thought they were great. All the supporting cast is good. I didn't have a problem with any of the acting here. I thought everybody did a really good job. And thank you, Sarah. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I think this is a fantastic one-time watch. This is not something that I would have in my collection.
But you have
But I have Excision.
Excision. I couldn't remember what it was.
I have Excision, and I will keep bringing that up, and I know you will too.
I know that's the most fucked up thing you've ever made me watch.
I went too far, and I apologize. I've apologized 100 times to you.
Bro. I know, but I'm still gonna give you shit every time.
I'm still gonna give you shit for not liking Princess Bride. So and Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're doing gore, and you gave me your gore movies, and I was like, really?
I know, right?
I'm sorry, bro. You do not know gore.
I don't. I've never been into gore.
Yeah, it's like somebody's like, oh yeah, I have a hairy chest, and they go like this, and there's like 6 hairs. I'm like, no, that's not a hairy chest.
We promised we weren't flashing anybody today.
I'm not flashing, but I just like Sasquatch. From here to here, it's just Sasquatch for me.
Oh shit!
But it's I forgot where I was gonna go with it, but yeah, but yeah, I just I ramped it up, and I went too far.
There was only one scene that was too far in that movie.
Yeah,
and I was like, I couldn't do it. I was like,
and I'm thinking of Lost City. Don't do that when I do it.
Yeah, it was like, oh, I immediately texted him. I was like,
because I watched that, I was like, oh, but I'm moving on. I just think I think the ending is great with Excision. It sucked. I mean, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, the ending was a great surprise for me. Anyway, getting off of that one.
Back to our friend. What's the number for it?
IMDb gave this a 7.3 with 14,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 85% with 116 reviews. Audience score with only 50.
What?
Plus verified ratings. So not many people.
Uh-oh. He froze. David, you froze. Now, can you guys still hear me? Hopefully we didn't get kicked off. Hopefully. Uh-oh. Anyway, Our Friends is a great movie. I forget what number. Let's see if we can.
Have reviewed this on Rotten. There we go. Are we back?
Yeah, you're back. Did I freeze too?
Yeah, the whole thing froze. My internet kind of took a shit. But you're on differently, so you were probably seen, but I couldn't be seen. So it was me. but the feed, because I'm the host, it was like,
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
So you
I
said
don't
there was
know.
only 50.
Yeah, it was
verified.
only 50 verified ratings on Rotten Tomatoes audience score, but the audience score is 95%.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Yeah,
that makes me
so.
happy. And
Are you? You gave this. Okay, you gave this an 84, and I gave it a 75 for a total average score of 79.5.
It's a good score.
Good score. Now,
Very good score.
coming in with the exact same score is Olympus Has Fallen,
which is weird.
So I'm on that 6 chest hairs life. Not one is next to another, so you can't even tell I have any.
Well, okay, Del, you look like you're 12 anyway, so you
look. No, I know. I honestly think you're probably older than me, but you look like you look like you might be 30.
Yeah.
So now
Del, you got some good genes.
You got some good genetics, brother. And yeah. I mean, I've had hair from neck to navel since I was 16. So there are pictures of Bigfoot from the 70s that I swear is my dad. My dad is a wolfman. He is the hairiest bastard I have ever met in my life, ever heard of. Just
that's funny.
He won a hairy chest contest by his back hair.
That's such a thing.
Yeah, there was a cruise. He went on a cruise. He and his wife went on a cruise for like an anniversary or whatever, and they had a hairy chest contest. And it was 2 events. The first thing was they had some beauty queen, Miss America contender or whatever, blindfolded, run their hands through everybody's chest hair, and then rank them on a scale of 1 to 10. And then the second part is you had to go, you had to do a Tarzan yell as loud as you could. So my dad won hands down.
Her hand got stuck. Had to cut her hand
got stuck because he was like, she was rubbing through his chest hair, and she was like, "Whoa!" And he turned, and she went on his back hair. She's like, "Oh shit!" like there's a whole hair, and then my stepmother goes, "Show him your butt," and so that's where it ended. And then, yeah, I didn't know there was a hairy chest contest. Oh, where do I sign up for that? I could get first and third place in a hairy chest contest. But dude, okay, so Olympus Has Fallen, and this is interesting because the score is the opposite. So where you had an 84 and I had a 75, I have an 84 and you have a 75 for Olympus Has Fallen. Nuts. And the categories are similar too. There was no definitive winner.
That's crazy.
And we've never had that before. So this is a legit tie for 6th place.
Yeah, this is a good movie. I popped this one in a lot.
I watch this all the time. This is a great just action movie junkie watch.
This is where Gerard Butler became Gerard Butler.
Yeah. I think. This is where he got his action movie chops. Like,
because this is nice looking.
It was like Liam Neeson in Taken. Once Gerard Butler did this movie, that was all he did. Was this type of action movie.
But I like the Fallen movies. I've liked every one of them. There's 3.
Oh yeah, no, I loved them too. I liked London. I liked Angel. I liked all of them.
Yeah.
So let's see. So Olympus Has Fallen is from 2013. Had a budget of $70 million. Made $172.8 million in the box office and $39.7 million in video sales. So just good old fashioned money right there. Hot take: didn't like any movie in this franchise. Well,
that's okay. I get it.
I forgot our disclaimer.
I was just gonna. You took the words right out of my mouth.
There. So, thank you for reminding me, Del, by saying. But hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All films are subjective. Evan says Olympus Has Fallen just feels too much like Die Hard movie. Ends up watching Die Hard instead. I get that.
I can see that comparison.
It's a one-man army movie.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And that's what Die Hard is. Die Hard is kind of the original. I mean, aside from maybe like Commando or things like that, Die Hard is kind of the original one-man army movie where one person that seems, kind of normal is taking on all these bad guys.
Yeah.
And Gerard Butler, aside from the fact that he's already a Secret Service agent, kind of discredited, let's just say, all of a sudden comes in and takes on all these bad guys.
Yeah. I think the weak link here in this movie is Aaron Eckhart. I'm not a big fan. What?
Yeah, he's the president.
Yeah.
Aaron Eckhart as the president. Okay. He's all right.
I'm not a fan of him.
No, I kind of like him, but I could take him or leave him. I mean,
I like him as Two-Face.
I liked him as Two-Face. I liked him in The Core.
I forgot about The Core.
I liked him in I, Frankenstein. It wasn't a great movie, but I liked him.
I don't think I've seen that movie since it came out.
I'm looking at this movie, and if I look at this and I don't know who's playing what in the movie,
Morgan Freeman is the president.
Thinking Morgan Freeman is the president.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not that he did it in Deep Impact, which he did.
That's true.
That's not the reason why. I mean, I'm looking at these three guys, and I'm like, who would be the president here? It would be Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
He prefers White House Down, but that's not great. I liked White House Down.
I like White House Down too.
I did not
Jamie
care.
Foxx,
This
right?
is another one. I did not care for Jamie Foxx as the president either.
Yeah.
But I like Joey King in White House Down, played the daughter.
Yeah.
I liked her role here. Eckhart was really good, and Thank You for Smoking. Oh yeah, Thank You for Smoking was great.
I don't think I've seen that.
Anyway, some of our highlights for this one.
Yeah, I'd give it a 10.
Olympus Has Fallen, and this was my second pick.
Mm-hmm.
So you gave 10s to cast and plot.
Yeah.
And I gave 10s to cast, plot, ending, and wild card. After that, we have a lot of 8s and 7s. And then 5s for the music, because aside from the regular, there's really I don't know if it was me, but the music here sounded a lot like the score for Independence Day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's the same person that did it, or I don't think this is and I'm drawing a blank on his name. Roland Emmerich. I don't think this is a Roland Emmerich movie, is it?
What's that poster say?
Oh no, it's Antoine Fuqua that directed this.
Oh really? I did not know that.
Yeah.
He's doing the Michael Jackson movie.
Yes. He also did that Emancipation with Will Smith.
Oh yeah.
We watched.
I really liked Emancipation.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
And it's a bummer that because Will Smith got canceled for what he did,
mm-hmm.
that movie didn't get enough play.
I guarantee he'd get an Oscar nomination if that shit didn't go down.
He would have got an Oscar nomination if that didn't go down with Chris Rock.
Yeah.
But he's not even going to be considered.
He's got kicked out of the Academy. He can't be nominated.
Yeah, he's kicked out of the Academy for 10 years or something like that, or 5 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Evan says, I haven't watched in a long time, but I remember that there was a lot of quick edits like that, but I need to rewatch it and double check.
You never know. You might like it the second time.
You might like it the second time. I gotta say, I think one of my favorite scenes. It's actually not in Olympus Has Fallen, but London Has Fallen. That one long shot where he's going through and trying to get to Aaron Eckhart, and it's all filmed in one long shot.
Yeah.
I thought that was amazing. Gerard Butler did a great job there. But anyway, Olympus Has Fallen. Let's see. IMDb gave this a 6.5 with 284,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 50% with 203 reviews. I'm not surprised they hit on it.
Yeah.
Audience scores 66% with 100,000 plus reviews. As I said, this time around, I gave it an 84. You gave it a 75. Total average score 79.5. So it's just so funny. Two movies from two different genres get the exact same score, and I could not pick a definitive winner to break the tie.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
We go by, because usually our scores are a little bit different, but the average is the same, and that's usually how it happens. So whichever one gets the highest of the low score wins. To show that both of us were kind of closer, instead of one person giving it a 90 and one person giving it a 70. If one person gave it an 85 and one person gave it a 75, then we're like, oh, okay, that one will win because we were closer in score. But yeah, this one it was strange. It's never happened before.
Yeah.
Don't forget Equalizer movies. Yeah. Yeah, I love the Equalizer movies, and Equalizer 3. I can't wait till that comes out.
That was your number 3 pick.
That was my number 3 pick for. And I could interchange that with other things. I didn't know Expendables 4 was coming out in September.
I have no desire.
I'm excited. It's not super anticipated. I'd rather see Equalizer 3. But Oppenheimer and Flash, and there's a lot of stuff.
I'm looking forward to Oppenheimer, but I don't think I'll rush to the theater to see it because it's going to be a long ass movie.
Yeah, no, this won't. I don't even know if I think I'm going to see it in the theater, but I'm debating. I know it won't be opening weekend. I'll wait for like a matinee or something like that. Yeah. Dell's looking forward to Equalizer 3 too. I think it's going to be awesome. I don't know if it's going to be as good as the first one, but I think it'll be better than the second one.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, so let's go into our number 5 movie, because that took the 6 and 7 spot, having tied for 6th place. And that's an interesting pick. I think I got to double check, but I think this is our other tie.
We had another tie.
But this one we had a definitive winner. But yeah, you are correct. We're going to go with Ocean's 11. Do I have it? Yes. Ocean's 11 takes our number 5 spot.
Yeah.
I am debating if I'm going to see in IMAX. I have to drive a couple. Okay. So it's a couple hour drive for you. If I'm going to see something in IMAX, it's at least a 2-hour drive for me. So I'm actually considering it because I got a free IMAX ticket for Dial of Destiny for Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones.
That does not look good to me. I am not excited to see that.
I don't know, but a free IMAX ticket so I can go there and watch it for free. I'm tempted. But it's a 2-hour drive, so it's gonna cost me gas money for sure. Go there and back. We'll see. It probably won't happen. I probably won't get it. I won't go see it. But I actually thought Ocean's 11 would have gotten a higher score. I was a little surprised by this.
I'm not a big fan. I mean, okay, let me walk that back. This movie's okay for me. It's not as great as I remember it being. If that makes sense. I think the cast, they try to overshadow each other. Sometimes it seems like they try to one up each other.
Well, I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
I don't know.
It's just, there's a lot of faces in this movie,
Yeah.
bro. This is a huge gap.
I guess the word is scene stealer. They try to be.
Yeah.
A
Hey,
scene
Evan says
stealer.
Ocean's 11 is perfect. Number 5 feels low for Ocean's 11. It does. It did for me too. 10s for all categories. Of course, Rich will think Ocean's is just okay.
Evan. Oh, Evan. You're never gonna.
You're never gonna hear the end of it. Evan's gonna give you shit till the end of time, bro. I'm almost positive of that.
But my score isn't bad for Ocean 11.
No, it's not bad.
Mm-mm.
It's not as good as mine, but it's so. But I am not all 10s here either, Evan. So don't hate me.
I only have 1 10.
But yeah, so let's talk about the numbers on this because it had. So this is from 2001. Had a budget of $85 million, and get this, made $450.7 million in the box office.
That's a good run.
That's a good run. And that makes sense because they did 12 and 13.
And then what was the one with the girls?
That was 8.
Okay, Ocean's 8. Yeah.
So they went backwards and they did 8. But I liked 8 too. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as good as the rest of these. I think probably 12 is my least favorite of this. I mean, and that's including the original Ocean's 11 with Frank Sinatra and all those guys. Right. That was fantastic as well. But I think 12 is probably my least favorite, even counting Ocean's 8.
It's been forever since I've seen the other ones.
Yeah. Well, let's talk some of our highlights. Yeah, you only gave a 10 to the cast.
Yeah. And I think the rest were 8s.
The rest are 8s and 8s and 7s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7s for cinematography and music, but everything else is 8. I gave 10s to cast, ending, and story. And then I gave a 9 to the wild card and a 9 to the script. Everything else is 8s, and I gave 1 7 to cinematography. Because there wasn't a whole lot of cinematography going on. But it's really cast driven. This is just and
a lot of face shots. I mean, there's a lot of close-ups.
You've got all these faces, all these people. There's a lot of dialogue, a lot of stuff. But it reminds me of The Sting, and those heist movies, Italian Job, things like that.
Yeah.
To where I dig this stuff. I liked it. But it does take the number 5 spot, only because it does tie with another movie, but the other movie has a higher low score, or we're closer together, so that one ends up becoming number 4. So IMDb gave this a 7.7 with 592,000 reviews.
Oh wow!
Rotten Tomatoes critics score 83% with 194 reviews, and an 80% audience score with 250,000 plus reviews. And that's right on the money with you. You gave this an 80.
See, that's not bad.
That's not bad. I gave it an 87. Yeah, I gave it an 87. So total average score 83.5.
I'm happy with that score.
Yeah, and it takes our number 5. Script and acting would easily be 10s for me. Makes total sense, bro.
I see. I'm not George Clooney. I have a hard time with George Clooney.
What did I don't think I gave the acting an 8, and I'll tell you why. Because the cast is so good that the acting needed to be on that level. So I didn't feel like acting was to the level of the cast.
Okay.
So
how many good actors do you think are in this movie? Let me ask you that.
3.
I say 2. I say Matt Damon and Brad Pitt.
Okay. I don't think Matt Damon's that good of an actor. I think he has his moments. So I don't have him on the list. I have Brad Pitt, Andy Garcia, and Julia Roberts as my good actor.
I see Andy Garcia. He's the same dude in every movie. And to me, I think George Clooney.
Yeah. Watch Internal Affairs with Andy Garcia.
I haven't seen that. I think I've seen that since the 90s. That came out in the early 90s, didn't it?
Yeah, I think it was 90. Richard Gere and
yeah.
I loved him in that in Internal Affairs. I thought that was great. But yeah, George Clooney, he's done some good roles, but my favorite of his is Descendants, which is a drama, and he has this one scene where he's in the hospital room and he's at the I guess the hospital bed of his wife or something like that, if I remember right, and he's talking to her, telling her how he feels, and I was like, man, I just lost it, crying, falling.
I don't think I've seen that.
But yeah, it's a beautiful scene. But very rarely do I go, wow, George Clooney did a great job acting. I don't do that. Brad Pitt, he's done some great performances. Legends of the Fall. I think he did great in Interview with the Vampire. He's done some great roles.
That one with Robert Redford, he's great in.
Spy Game, yeah. Oh, I love that movie. Yeah, that was one of my picks before. Anyway, so let's get to our number 4 movie, which was tied with Ocean's 11, and that is Okja. So
I really like this movie.
Okja. I didn't like this movie as much as you hyped me up to.
I really liked it.
To like it. I was all hyped up. I was so excited to watch it. I was like, yeah, okay, that was good. It didn't live up to the hype for me. I enjoyed it a lot. And
what do you think of Jake Gyllenhaal in this? I absolutely loved him.
He was ridiculous in this movie. But if I didn't already know who that was, I might not have pegged that for Jake Gyllenhaal, because the voice is crazy.
And his posture.
Yeah, just the whole way he is. So yeah, he's like, I'd count Pitt and Roberts as good actors. Clooney as a cool persona, but he's never done it better than in this movie. Yeah. Descendants is really good. Yeah. Okja is good stuff. Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed Okja. And I can't remember the actor's name. I mean, not the actor, but the director.
Bong
Joon-ho or whatever. Yeah. There's remnants of the host in here. Did some of the effects with the super pig or whatever running through the shopping
and it
mall.
has your favorite moment in here too. It had poo.
It had poo. Oh, this is what I'm talking about. I don't want a bathtub full of shit. This was a great poo scene. 2 great poo scenes in here.
I instantly thought of you too.
Yeah, I'm like, she's wiping on like this, and it's fire. It's firing shit out. I love that. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, dude, when I saw it the first time, I was like, what the heck is it? Oh, he's pooping, and there's like firing it in the water. Yeah. And then when he did it out the back of the truck, I was laughing. I lost it. It was hilarious. And it was like, it's eco-friendly, and it's all splat. But
I thought the little girl in here was fantastic.
Little girl in here was good. I like the grandfather.
Yeah.
Paul Dano.
Yeah.
Linden. I mean, it's got a really good cast. And the one thing I will say that I didn't care for is this movie had a Wes Anderson feel.
Yeah, it did. I give you that.
And I'm not a Wes Anderson fan. I don't like the way he does his storytelling. So yeah, if you know Wes Anderson movies, there's only one that I like, and that's Life Aquatic. But other than that, and I know there's a new one coming out, Asteroid City. I am not interested in this
Yeah,
movie.
me neither. I was like, please don't let us be watching
I'm like,
that shit.
please don't. Let's not bring that up on By the Numbers. Let's just
yeah. Did you see that message I left you on Geeks and Fun? I said we are not watching the Barbie movie.
No. That's a musical, bro. I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
Don't make me do it.
He did.
Bong Joon-ho, doing the and that's what some of the stuff that he did in here reminded me of the host.
Yeah.
You're just plugging in a sweet giant pig as opposed to a giant monster.
I need to get, because it's in Criterion. Criterion has a release of it about the serial killer movie he does. I forget what it's called. So I don't want to say The Killing Fields, but that's not it.
No.
But that was a good one too. He's like, I've said it before, he's one of my favorite directors. So I had to get this in here.
Yeah, no, he's good. This is a good pick. This is a first time watch for me, and I enjoyed it. I think it's absolutely worth a watch.
It looks great in 4K.
I am surprised not only that it tied with Ocean's 11, but beat it. But I know, considering the quality of the film, it deserves to be in the fourth spot. I just think Ocean's 11 should have been higher. But it is what it is. So let's look at some of our highlights for Okja. You gave 10s to the cast, story, direction, and I gave 10s to cinematography, direction, and wild card. Yeah, that's right. And then we both gave 9s to the ending. I gave a 9 to the acting, with special props to Tilda Swinton, who played twins in the movie, and Jake Gyllenhaal, like I said, who was absolutely ridiculous in his role, and the little girl. I thought the little girl was fantastic. Paul Dano was good. I thought the acting was really good in here.
Well, I'm glad you finally got to see it. That's the most important thing.
Me too, bro. Me too. So let's see. I'm trying to find a budget. Well, and, 50 million. Okay. So yeah, I found a budget. 50 million was the budget on it. Now, it was never domestically in the box office, but it did play internationally, made $2 million in the box office, and I had 350,000 in video sales, so it hasn't done a whole lot, but it's definitely worth a watch, you guys, if you get a chance.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. And I'm still, even though there's a lot this takes place in America and stuff, I think of this as a foreign film. Yeah, because it is very Korean, even though there's a lot of Americans in here. It's got an amazing cast. But, so yeah, in the theater for Fast X, the first second trailer started, and I said out loud, "Wes Anderson." My wife said, "Who?" I was like, "Oh God, another Wes Anderson movie."
Yeah.
I answered, "Don't worry about it. I just watched too many movies." Yeah, my wife tells me that. Funny. I remember she was like, one time she said it more than once. She's like, "Don't you think we have enough movies?" And I'm like,
"You never have enough movies.
Don't you ever ask me that question?" That's a trap. That's like you asking me if you look fat in your outfit. I am not going to answer that, and I am not going to answer that question. I'm just going to. I don't even know what you're talking about. But yeah, so Okja, IMDb gives Okja 7.3 with 127,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 86%, not surprised, with 243 reviews. and an audience score of 81% with 10,000 plus ratings. You gave this an 83, and I gave it an 84 for a total average score of 83.5. I'm actually 1 point higher. But like I said, first watch, so there were a lot of things that I was really impressed with. But yeah, I couldn't give a 10 to the story because it did feel Wes Anderson.
I understand that,
and I'm not a fan of that.
yeah.
But yeah, the movie as a whole, I liked it. It was a lot of fun. It's definitely worth a watch.
Sorry, man, I can't stop yawning.
I know. Well, it's like 11:30 your time, and I apologize.
No, dude, it's okay. I just been up since 1:45 this morning.
I know, and
I think I messaged you this morning or something. You shot me a message. I think was it this morning or yesterday? I thought you shot me a message this morning on Instagram.
I'm pretty sure I did.
I think you did.
I think I shot it to you last night, actually.
Okay, maybe I saw it this morning when I got up. Something.
Well, I sent you the link and stuff for the show, and I sent it on the by the numbers thing instead of the.
That's right. That's what it was.
No, you sent it on the wrong. And I saw balls. I did it.
Yeah.
Because you did it, and then I did it. You did it with the scores, and then I did it with the links. It was.
That's why I chuckled.
Yeah, it was very funny. So yeah, let's jump into our number 3 movie.
Okay.
And the number 3 movie in our countdown is Oblivion.
I think this came in higher than I thought.
I agree. I thought this would be like around 5th place, and that Ocean's 11 would be around 3rd. Was kind of my thing, but still, Tom Cruise, Morgan Freeman, Oleg Kurylenko, just another really good cast. Fun movie.
Looks fantastic in 4K too.
It does. It's such a good 4K transfer. Sound is really good. I love the sci-fi elements. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic alien invasion type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I dug it.
Me too. That's how I got to sneak a Tom Cruise movie in.
I know. You're looking for one. I got to find one that starts with O. Yeah, but this was your first pick. You were like, nope, Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how did I not know that was coming?
Yeah. How many Tom Cruise movies did I pick for our season finale? I don't think many.
I think 2. I think two. Could be wrong.
I can't find it.
I need to find out. Where I know I wrote the stuff down somewhere, but I don't see it. It's probably underneath my.
Yeah, I picked 2. You're right. Yeah. Risky Business and
Oblivion over Ocean's 11, rigged. See,
but I had more fun watching Oblivion than I did Ocean's 11.
Yeah, but that's the way the ball bounces with our scores. But yeah, so this is from Oblivion is from 2013. Had a budget of $120 million, made $287.9 million in the box office and $36.9 million in video sales.
I bought this movie twice. Had it on Blu-ray and then 4K.
Oh, that's right. So I didn't know who this was at the time, but Andrea Riseborough is in this. the girl from To Leslie that got nominated for Best Actress.
To Leslie.
To Leslie movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who did she play? Did she play the
She's
redhead? The one with him?
Yeah.
That's her?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. To Leslie's a good movie, guys.
Yeah, she was Victoria.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that.
But yeah, so some of our highlights on this one for Oblivion, you gave 10s to cinematography and to the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
I gave 10s to the cast, the ending, and the wild card. We were both at a 9 for the script. We were both at a 9 for the story. You had a 9 for acting. I had a 9 for plot. I had a 9 for cinematography. We're both at 8s for direction. So we're, and then 5s for music because we were like, music. But I mean, it checks all the boxes that you want in this type of movie.
It has a nice, tiny little bit twist in it.
Yeah, and I think that's why. And I like the direction it took, and I think there's more than one twist here because there's like,
oh yeah,
you kind of get used to it being this way, and then all of a sudden you have this, and I don't want to spoil it, but something pops up there where you're like, okay, wait a minute, and then there are these supposedly bad guys, and then you find out twist, something else is going on. You're like, whoa. And then I think there's like 3 or 4 layers here to this movie where just when you get complacent in how the story is going to go, it gives you something else. And I really enjoyed that about this movie. So, do you want to say anything else before I go?
No, I was thinking something else.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so IMDb gave this a 7.0 with 538,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critic score 54%. Kind of shit on it a little bit.
Yeah.
With 261 reviews. Audience score 61%, 100,000 plus reviews.
I think that's low even too.
I think that's low too. You gave this an 85. I gave it an 87 for a total of 86.
You scored it higher than I did.
I scored it higher than you did.
See, Del, it's his fault, not my fault.
But I gave Ocean's 11 an 87 too, and if I would pick Ocean's 11 over this. But this is a super fun watch.
It is. It's great 4K transfer. Sounds amazing. What's he looking for?
Yeah, I did. My.
Is that a steelbook?
Yeah.
Is that a 4K steelbook?
No, it's Blu-ray.
Okay. See, I don't have that. I had the regular Blu-ray and then I got the 4K. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Tom Cruise movie coming in at number 3.
Number 3. All right. So coming in at number 2. This was a surprise for me. Our number 2 movie in the countdown is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay. I blind bought this movie. Didn't like it the first time I watched it. I'll admit it. I did not like it the first time. I don't know if I was in the mood or I wasn't paying attention. But when I watched this again, I loved it. This was just, I love Brad Pitt in this. Leonardo DiCaprio was great in this. Margot Robbie was pretty good in this. This is a really good cast. Did you not like it?
Oh no, I liked it. I thought it was a little slow.
Mm-hmm. It's long. It's 3 hours.
Especially in the beginning. I loved the ending. The whole last 30 minutes was awesome.
When he throws, that's not really a spoiler alert. When he's throwing the can of, is it dog food or beans, whatever it is.
That's my favorite part.
Right?
That's my favorite part, bro. He's just like, thwack.
Yeah. And then the whole flamethrower, that made me chuckle too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the ending where you know the real story, okay?
Yeah.
And I liked this ending. You know, it didn't need to be a depressing ending. You know what I mean? I think the good guys wanted this, really. Because the real life story is not good.
No. Because I mean, those of you that don't know, this is loosely based on Helter Skelter, and the Charles Manson killing.
Mm-hmm.
And we got
up, Huck?
The Huckster showing up, popping in to say hi. Good timing too. This is my favorite Tarantino film. Leo was incredible.
Yeah, Leo was pretty good.
I like the fight between Brad Pitt's character and Bruce Lee. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. I think Brad Pitt's good in this too, man.
Brad Pitt's good in this. But yeah, Leo's good in this. The acting is really good.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's slow, like in the beginning to almost the middle, and then it starts picking up.
Yeah. I really like it when he goes to check on his friend that's taking the nap. I really like that scene.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Yeah. So ranks near the bottom of QT movies for me. Great acting, some great scenes, but they go way too long, and the movie never comes together.
I can agree with that.
Hilarious fight with Bruce Lee, right? Oh, that was funny as hell. Now, yeah, this is 2 hours and 41 minutes.
Yeah, it's long.
I think this could have been probably 20 minutes to a half hour shorter.
I would go half hour.
And it would have tightened it up really nice. It would probably have been one of my favorites in this countdown. As it is, not my favorite. It's taken our second spot, but not by my choice. It's definitely not my choice here.
But by this getting number 2 spot, wait, did you pick the number?
Yeah, I picked the number 1 movie.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So this is from 2019. Had a budget of $90 million. Made $377.4 million in the box office. $29.7 million in video sales. This movie made some money.
Yeah, I did.
But yeah, they could have cut that character development in the like third of the way to middle of the way. They could have cut all that out. I don't know if I would have wanted the whole thing with the cult. I don't know if I was into that, except it kind of foreshadowed the whole thing with Charles Manson and all that. But yeah, I don't know what I would have cut out, but I think they could have tightened that whole beginning up and made it better on time.
So I think I fell asleep watching this and I had to rewatch it, or part of it again.
Yeah, I think I kind of dozed off at the beginning too, but yeah, I rewatched it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, this wasn't my favorite the first time I watched it. Second time, I liked it a lot more because I was able to look at the attention to detail that Tarantino in this, because there was an actual fight between a stuntman and Bruce Lee that actually happened.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so there was, not just the Helter Skelter thing, but there were actual bits of truth all throughout this movie, which, if you can catch them like Easter eggs, a lot of fun.
Let's see, I didn't know that.
Quentin Tarantino desperately needs an editor who will stand up to him, cut some shit out, and make the story flow better. This and Hateful Eight dragged. And, I can't disagree with that, bro. I can't. I am not a big Tarantino fan.
Me neither.
In fact, we talk about this. One of the movies that I do not like that everybody else loves is Pulp Fiction. I do not. I don't like that movie at all.
Neither do I.
I do not like the way it was edited. I don't like the flow of the movie. I don't enjoy it. I mean, but don't give me Kill Bill Volume 1 all day because I love that one. Yeah, it's weird the way his mind works when he edits the movie together. I'm just like, do we really want that happening before this? It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, let's get to our highlights. So you threw a lot of 10s at this, bro. So you got.
I did.
Yeah, you did. You got 10s for cast, acting, ending, cinematography, direction, and then you gave a 9 to the wild card. I threw 10s at the cast and the ending, and then I gave a 9 to the direction and a 9 to the acting.
So we're kind of close.
We're kind of close. And Huck says Kill Bill Volume 1 might be the best film as I reflect more. I think
I love it.
It's my favorite. Not Volume 2, just Volume 1.
Yeah. And I'm excited we get the 4K for that.
That is hands down my favorite Tarantino movie. So let's get to the score. So IMDb gave this a 7.6 with 779,000 reviews.
Oh, wow.
Rotten Tomatoes critics score 85%. They love him, Tarantino, I guess.
Yeah.
581 reviews. Audience score 70% with 25,000 reviews, and that seems a little bit low, but maybe not Dell. I think that's about Dell's range, probably 6 to 7 out of 10. You gave this an 89.
Yeah.
And I gave it an 84.
Well, so that's not that big of a difference.
We're 5 points off. Yeah. But I scored this lower than Oblivion and Ocean's 11.
Oh, wow.
But because you scored it high enough to where it brought the average. It raised the bar on it. So
see, I wouldn't mind upgrading my Blu-ray because I said the regular Blu-ray. No, is this in 4K?
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know. I don't have the 4K. I have the Blu-ray.
I have the Target or the Walmart exclusive. It came with some stupid cards. I don't know if it's in 4K because I would probably upgrade. Yeah.
Maybe they probably don't have it in 4K yet. But I know they're doing all of them. Nope, it's got a 4K.
He had a 4K Steelbook. That's right.
I don't see. Oh yeah, 4K Steelbook, $23.37.
Yeah.
On Amazon, and then the regular 4K is $16.50 on Amazon right now.
16.
Oh
wow. Maybe I won't get Mario. Maybe I'll get that.
Maybe. So yeah. Trivia last week. Yeah, the trivia one last week was fun on Huck's channel. Dell has it on 4K.
Okay.
I think it'd be a cool watch in 4K. I don't know if I'd get it. I don't think I'd double dip on this. I think
for $16, I wouldn't mind.
$16. I mean,
it'd be better if it was 10.
Yeah, if it was 10, I'd probably jump at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So taking our top spot, kind of a surprise, but I'm not too surprised by it because it's a fantastic movie.
It is. The funny story is, I didn't ever want to see this movie. My middle daughter, wanted it. Somehow she saw a preview for it or something, and when this came out, she's like, "Dad, we have to see this." So my kids say,
Yeah, I'm waiting for my revenge show, because I had that thing won until the last question.
I was a one and done.
But you had me against like a really good group, with Adam, Bearded Horizon, and 4K King, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, there was 3 of us were like neck and neck all the way through.
I had 4K D-Ray and Jerry.
Was it Convicted Cinephile? Was it Derek? Was the other guy that was with us? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, no, I'm down to be on the trivia again. Just let me know. I'll get my Jeopardy book out and phone up on my question. But yeah, so coming in, yeah, a revenge show is coming. That was a stacked show. It was. I mean, that was some major competition. It was awesome. All right, so taking our top spot with our Sesame Street top 10 this month with O's is Only the Brave.
Yeah, this movie's fucking good.
Yeah, Derek squeezed it out. Yeah, with that last question, I was ahead by 1 point and I missed it, and Derek got it right and took the top spot. Yeah, I'm still a little butthurt, but no, it was a blast. But yeah, me, Adam, and Derek, we were neck and neck all the way through, and it was a fantastic show.
Huck's got some great stuff.
Huck knows how to do shit, and he's in the business, yeah. So it makes total sense. I haven't seen Only the Brave. If you get a chance,
dude, this movie's fantastic. So, and this movie made me cry.
This movie is, and I deal with wildfires up here almost every year, where my house is constantly threatened over the summer. There were 2 years in particular where we were mandatorily evacuated, which I was like, no, I'm staying. I'm just I'll be up on the roof of my house with a hose, trying to put the fire. I literally had one of those industrial sprinklers that I had mounted to the top of my house that was just firing all night.
Oh man. Didn't they tell you to evacuate and you said no?
Yeah.
No, they said they couldn't come get you.
Yeah. Well, that was with the flood. They were like, yeah, with the flood, which happened this year, they were like, hey, you guys need to go. And I'm like, we're not going there. Okay, well, we can't come get you if you call for help, because the whole road's going to flood and we're not going to be able to reach you.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, dude, I almost lost my house in that Tick Canyon fire, right?
Oh man, that's terrifying.
Oh yeah, and it's scary. And the flood was almost as scary. I mean, the flood did more damage than the fire did. The fire never hit the house, but we took a lot of smoke damage.
Yeah.
On the inside of the house. And the flood, I mean, if we'd have evacuated with the flood, it would have wiped out my front yard, because we have a culvert pipe that goes under the driveway, and that was coming so fast it plugged the culvert pipe and it was overflowing and it wiped out the driveway.
Oof.
And then what's up, Hunter?
What's up, Movie Hunter? We're going late tonight.
Yeah, we're going a little late tonight, but we're on our last one. So Only the Brave takes our top spot. And this is based on a true story.
And this had a great cast.
It did. Had a great cast. I was not feeling Miles Teller at first here. But I warmed up to him as the movie went along.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Brolin is fantastic.
Oh, fuck. You forget what a good actor he is.
Yeah. I mean, he was Thanos and he was Cable, and you don't get that. But he is a really good actor.
Yeah. He was in a show on Amazon Video. I think it's getting another season. It's kind of like Yellowstone, but with portals.
Yeah.
And I forget what it's called. On his property, they're cowboy, or I say ranchers or whatever. Oh, I hope you loved it. Because
I'm seeing it tomorrow. No spoilers.
Spider-Man's in it. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. There's a whole bunch of Spider-Man.
Tune in Wednesday, Movie Hunter, because we're gonna be talking.
We're talking this. Yeah, we're talking Spider-Man, and we're gonna talk about Boogeyman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Outer Range. Is that the one?
Yes, Outer Range. Hey Ben. Yeah, Outer Range. I really dug that.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, this movie is fantastic. So this is based on the true story of the Granite Mountain Hotshots. Now, for those of you that don't know, Hotshots are the elite wildfire firefighters. Where when a fire gets really nasty, these are the guys that they send in to fight it.
Yeah.
And we actually had a hotshot crew that was stationed up here, not last year, but the year before. The big one that the fire came within like 3/4 of a mile from my house. Evan, that's okay, brother. I think
okay. We just appreciate you're here.
Yeah. We love that you came back. You made an effort. You came back to us. Appreciate
and you came back to give me shit.
Yeah. Leave it to Rich to pick this movie over Ocean 11. So nice. Funny, the Best Buy steal for Spidey is up now for pre-order. I saw that. And the new Resident Evil Death Island steal is up for pre-order as well.
Oh,
yeah, you were steelbooks, man. I met a lot of hot shots last year working the fires. Yeah, I met quite a few myself.
These dudes are brave.
It's past 10. I will be nice.
I mean, these dudes are. I mean, we see superhero movies all year long, but these dudes really are.
These are
the heroes.
Man, they're but
I mean, not only do they put their lives in danger, but like their family, man. How do you I can't imagine what their families go through if they're gonna come home at night or come home the next day.
But oh man, but yeah, I mean, but check this cast out: Josh Brolin, Miles Teller, Jeff Bridges, Jennifer Connelly, Taylor Kitsch, Andy McDowell, Alex Russell.
Yeah.
And that, that's just to name a few.
And Jennifer Connelly, oh, she's so beautiful.
Yeah. What was the Howie Long movie where he was a hotshot? That was Firestorm.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
With Howie Long. And it was a horrible movie. I think it was Firestorm, if I remember right. That's what's coming to mind. Yes, 1998. Howie Long, Scott Glenn, Firestorm. I was right. I can't believe I knew that or remembered that. But Only the Brave is from 2017. It had a $38 million budget, made $24.5 million in the box office, 8.6 on video sales, and a lot of people slept on this.
Yeah,
and didn't get it. And I say so right now on the poster, Miller looks like Tom Holland. He does.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I can see that.
Yeah.
But this movie's so good.
It is.
And and there's a new series out right now called Fire Country with Max Harriet.
Is it on Paramount?
It's on Paramount. It's CBS.
Yeah.
And that's basically it, unless except it's inmate crew, but it's firefighters and there's hot shots in here and all kind of stuff. Kind of the same type of thing, only this is concentrated in one movie, and it's a true story about this group and what happened to them. And I'm not going to spoil it, but
and I like at the end, during the end credits, we actually get to see and meet the actual
crew. You get to see the pictures and stuff. I didn't see it because it came out right after our big fires. My PTSD couldn't handle it. Still haven't seen it.
Dude, I get it.
I get that. It's you know, that makes a lot of sense. If you get a chance, once you kind of calm down from that, if you get a chance to watch this, it's worth watching for sure. So let's look at some of our highlights for Only the Brave.
At this.
What's up?
I threw a couple 10s at this.
Yeah, a couple. To cast, acting, ending, story, and wild card. And then my 10s are story and wild card. But we both gave 9s to script. You also gave a 9 to the plot. And then I gave a bunch of 8 to direction and cinematography and blah, blah, blah. And then I have a 9 to the cast. I'm 1 point lower in the cast than you are. But
this is your pick, and I'm glad you.
Way past bedtime. Great stream, fellas. Good night. Good night, brother. Thank you so much.
Good night. We appreciate you guys. And we appreciate everyone. Thank you.
Yeah. So, and also it looks like, Dell and I are going to do a movie swap in July, which is going to be fun. And after I get back from my anniversary, and then we're also going to do a high five with Dell.
Oh, awesome.
In July on the 20th, I think. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that. So 17th is going to be our movie swap, and the 20th is going to be Dell's high five. And that's.
I definitely want to be on that one because I have not. I don't think I've ever chatted live with Dell.
No, I don't know if I don't know if I have really. I know there was one time where we were supposed to be on a stream together, but then the stream was moved and Dell couldn't make it on that one. So
I think I remember that was just past summer, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was just recently. Yeah. But dude, Only the Brave, so good. Rotten Tomatoes. Excuse me, I'm gonna go IMDb. IMDb gives this 7.6 with 73,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes critics score 87% with 166 reviews. Audience score of 91% with 10,000 plus ratings. You gave this a 92.
So I'm right there with the audience score.
Yeah, and I gave it an 82.
Oh, damn.
A total average score of 87. It does take our top spot.
Yeah, this was your pick, and I'm so glad.
My pick. I actually had this lower than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I'm not disappointed that this is the top spot. It's a fantastic film.
It is,
and it's absolutely worth a watch.
And it's not a long movie either.
Yeah,
it goes very fast.
It does. This is definitely your highest number, your highest pick. My highest pick is Ocean's 11 and Oblivion with an 87. Those are my highest picks.
And you scored Oblivion higher than I did.
Yeah. But so yeah, that was it. That's our number one movie of our top 10 O's. I want to thank you guys for joining us. It's been a pleasure. We're at 2.5 hours, so
we haven't been this long in a long time.
We haven't done one of these in a month, but yeah, we're doing 12 movies, so we can do 5 in an hour and a half. So 12 and 2.5, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So coming up, our final episode of the season for our top 10 is going to happen on the 29th of June. And it is basically, in episode 16, it's our season finale, and it's going to encompass all the rest of the letters, including the blank tile, which was the numbers, So there are 12. We each picked 12 movies, one for each letter that was left in the Scrabble bag, and we're going to do one big top 20 for our remaining Sesame Street letters. Hopefully, you guys can tune in for that. That will happen the 29th. I'm probably thinking it was 6 to 6:30 Pacific, which will be 8 to 8:30 Central, or 9 to 9:30 Eastern. As we get closer,
29th? Oh.
It's a Thursday.
Oh, okay, that's perfect. That's not a Monday.
Yeah.
I can take a nap on a Thursday.
Yeah, you can take a nap on a Thursday. So that's what I was thinking. So we might go at 6 because it's probably going to be like 2.5, 3 hours. But I'm gonna try to knock out the bottom 4 really quick. Not really talk about it. Just go bang, 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 and then go into our top 20. And we'll go through those pretty fast. The top 10 is the ones that we'll focus on for the show. But like, I'm hoping to get rid of the last 14 in like the first hour. Just
kind of power through a little
bit about them, do our highlights, do our scores, boom. And then we're out, moving on to the next one. But this was a good show. This was a lot of fun.
It was good movies.
Good movies. It was
sorry,
I
made you cry. I didn't mean to do that.
You made me mad, but it was okay. It was a good movie. Looks like Night Fellas.
Thank you guys.
Great to see you too, man. Thank you so much. Evan says great show, except for Low Ocean's 11. I will let it slide but this is the last time. So I agree. So Ocean's 11 got my highest score, tied with Oblivion. But then, Rich had a 92 for Only the Brave and an 89 for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So that's why those took the top spot, because he scored. I liked them too. I thought they were great. I didn't think they were as good as the other ones, but our average score turns out to be higher because of that. And that's totally cool. That's the way it works with the lowdown scoring. Is it doesn't matter which one you like the best. Really, it's whichever one scores the best.
Yeah.
And
your movie that scored the best.
It's my movie. I mean, I'm not disappointed that Only the Brave took the top spot. I'm not even really surprised by it. A little compared to the other movies we had, but I'm like, okay, it's not like it was highway robbery that Only the Brave took the top spot. I don't think that at all.
Yeah,
I think those movies, Only the Brave, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Oblivion, Ocean's 11, and Okja. I think those 5 are the top 5.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, brother, let's get out of here.
Before we go,
I
know this is a long show. Say I have a long drive coming up. Where can I go to listen to this podcast at?
Well, now that you mentioned it, I wasn't gonna do it, but it says it's past 10, so I will say be kind. Good. Yes, top 5 is a great one. Okay, but Spotify for podcasters, formerly Anchor, they actually take the audio portion of this live cast and put it out on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Castbox, Radio Public, Google Podcast. They do it all for free. They sponsor us for free. And once we get enough followers, they give us more sponsors. And, it keeps going on. Eventually, there could be money involved. So I'm hoping that happens at some point. Yeah. But otherwise, it's really cool. And I was thinking about not putting the audio version of this episode, but I have done the other top 10. So I will.
Okay.
And I have not put episode 21 of By the Numbers up yet. So I'll probably do them both at the same time. Get them up before we actually do our episode 22 of By the Numbers, coming up on Wednesday.
Yeah, we got some really good movies. I can't wait to talk about those.
Huck says, post that podcast. You got it, brother. Thanks so much. But yeah, no, I'll do it. I think it's fine. It's not like it cost me anything to put it up there. Just it's just a matter of downloading it to my computer and then
Right.
uploading it to Spotify, and then they turn around and they put it on all the other sites without me having to do anything. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, we're both trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end. Our goal is by the end of the year. So we would really appreciate if you guys would pimp our pages so we can hit that 200 subscriber mark. What are you sitting at, Dave?
I'm sitting at 186. I gained 1 and lost 2. So
I've noticed that happens. I did that a couple months ago. I gained or lost like 3. I was like, oh man, that sucked. But I think I'm sitting at
trying to find who did it so I could email them. Hey, what the hell? No.
I'm sitting at 199. So can you guys just share our stuff? So
you only got 1 more?
Yeah. I don't know how that happened.
You bastard.
But yeah, please.
But yeah, no, I'm hovering around 186. But yeah, if you guys, spread the word. If you guys like the show, share our live cast, put it out there, promote it. We will gladly promote your guys' channels.
Yeah.
Because I believe that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I like to
pay it forward.
Yeah, pay it forward. I promote Hux, East and Flex, because Alex and Nate have been awesome.
Brothers from other mothers.
I promote Dell all the time. I love Dell's channel.
Dell's fucking awesome.
Tony from Basement Blues. I mean, just whenever people are like, "Oh, hey, what channel would you recommend for this?" And I'm like, "Well, mine." But if you don't want to watch mine, then check these guys out.
Yeah,
they're really awesome. But yeah, I think we should go now. I want to thank you all for joining us. Take care. God bless. Be safe. Watch movies. Enjoy it. If you guys want to stick with us on Wednesday, because we're going to do by the numbers, we're going to be looking at Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Mother's Day, Spinning Gold, A Good Person, and The Boogeyman. So if you guys get a chance to watch any of those, or if you want to know what we thought about them, tune in on Wednesday at 6:30 Pacific, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, and we'll be here to talk about those movies. So what do you think, bro?
I'm ready to go. Hope to see you guys on Wednesday. So because I'm gonna have a lot to say about Spider-Man.
Yeah. Me too. But I'm not gonna see it till tomorrow. But then I'm gonna have a lot to say about Spider-Man. But I've already seen Rich's scores on Spider-Man, and I'm just gonna say I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I loved that movie.
Yeah.
I did a little review on it on my Facebook page, and I just can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I do not like watching animated movies in the theater. I'm not a fan. But this one I'm anticipating. This one is
the animation in this is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
I'm definitely excited to check it out. I don't know if my wife's excited to see it with me tomorrow night, but because I told her what we're gonna go see, and she goes, "Okay, fine." But she did go see Boogeyman with me, and she's like, "Okay, only in the daytime. I'll watch horror movies with you." so maybe matinee things on the weekends or stuff. But another thing, I saw a couple of trailers. Not to keep shutting this out. We'll talk about it a little bit more by the numbers. But I saw a trailer for Insidious: The Red Door, which looks really good. And another one called A Haunting in Venice, which looks like a sequel to Murder on the Orient Express, with Kenneth Branagh playing the inspector.
Oh yeah, that is the sequel. Yeah, it's the third one.
Yeah, it's the third one, and the trailer looks fantastic. Michelle Yeoh is in it.
Yeah,
I'm anticipating those two. Those came as a shock, and I just saw the first trailers for them when we went to see Boogeyman. So,
oh, nice.
I'm like, oh, dude, I am so in for those.
Yeah, we got our list for the next month and a half. We have some pretty good stuff.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
Even we're gonna record stuff that we're gonna play during our break, which will be the first 2 weeks of July. But so we'll still be putting out content. It just won't be live streaming until we come back third week of July. So you guys hopefully stick with us while we do that.
Yep.
But yeah, let's get out of here, brother. So
you guys take care. God bless.
Take care, everybody. Be safe. We'll see you next time on the 4K Lowdown.